Hello, namaste, happy to be here. My name's Julie and I'm the Chakra Fairie, and I just wanted to go ahead and do a directions from your highest self. This morning it is going on 10 a.m. here shortly, so I'm just going to answer some questions for whoever needs to hear this today. And my intention is that if you are here, then there is a message or two or 10 for you. I'm looking at this tiger's eye right here, so let's say that's our stone for the reading. Wisdom, groundedness, intuition, clarity. Those are words that are coming to me right now. That tiger's eye. And then I want to pull, before I ask a question, one of my archetype oracle decks that I'm creating. I just want to pull like one overarching energy. I'm going to do this real quick. Just see where you're at right now. And I'm here working as a mirror to show you the energy that you're in, that you're working with. So let's see. I'll go ahead and do this one. Ooh, the Muses. So their divine archetype is the celestial choir of creativity. So are you sitting in a creative energy right now? If you're not, you will be soon. In the flow. The Muses are a bridge to your highest self. So no wonder they come out today. So I'm here and I am also acting as a bridge from your highest self to you. They are the goddesses of inspiration, the breath of the divine that transforms a mundane thought into a masterpiece. How beautiful. We show you that every song, every painting, and every channeled word is a single thread in the same great tapestry of truth. Go ahead and take a big, deep breath in. And let that breath out. One more. Take a deep breath in. And go ahead and let that breath out. Okay, let's see where we're at. So the Muses, what do you have to tell us today? I want to pull this. This deck is my Oracle of the Birds, which I absolutely am obsessed with. It's a very cute deck. So our first question is, what does the tribe need? So let's see. What do you need this week? This month, I believe there's a new moon. I can't remember if it's Taurus or Aries. Somebody knows, you can let me know in the comments. If you're watching this like at the same time I'm posting it, which is, I think, April 16th. But it is a timeless message. So it doesn't have to be, if you see this in the future, then this is for you. So what does my tribe, my Flutter of Fairies, what do they need right now? Message, channeling their highest self. So we got 2 cards. Let's pull one more bird. What does, I want to take this one. What do you need? So crane, concentration, alertness, calm, effervescent emotions. In calmness lies power. So in my own studies, I've been doing A Course in Miracles and reading the Seth material. Also started the Pleiadian workbook recently. And they all have to do with Christ consciousness, and that's what is coming to my mind as I'm thinking of this crane, because in calmness. So I just read this morning in A Course in Miracles that Christ is in the stillness within you. So that is where you find your inner voice. So what you need is meditation, is to calm your mind, take a spiritual bath, get outside and walk today. Go, if it's warm enough, go sit in the grass. If not, just try to get out in nature in some way today or this week if today is not possible. So you need, alertness, concentration, which you get from you get clarity of mind from peacefulness, from calmness. The eagle, an enlightened spirit, divine guidance. So you are divinely guided. So the eagle helps you take a new perspective. See it from a higher perspective. If you don't like that term higher, from a different perspective. When I say higher, I do want to just say this for some reason for somebody. I don't mean levels like I'm looking from a higher perspective up here and I don't mean it like, oh, and you're looking at it from down here. I have a interesting way to perceive it, if this helps. So Randy, who's my fiance, him and his Gemini came up with the term spherical consciousness. So you imagine yourself at the inner point of the sphere or the circle, and as you're expanding out like a circle, so in every single direction within you. So you're just becoming more and more and more. And so I'm kind of using that, but the highest is just easy for us as humans to picture. So that's kind of why I've chose to say highest self, highest perspective. Okay. So what else does the tribe need? So you need calmness, which you can get through multiple channels, but meditation is a huge one, or journaling. You need a new perspective on some area of your life, and renewal and vitality. You need to take responsibility for yourself and for your life. Hen and rooster. So to me, take responsibility just means realizing that you are where you are because of your choices. Past choices got you to where you are today. But you can be somewhere else tomorrow. You can be somewhere else in 5 minutes mentally, if you realize that you have power over your life. So those are the things that you need. Let's go ahead and clarify these with some Angel Wisdom Tarot. So what does the tribe need? Hope you're having a thriving Thursday, if you see this today, or a wonderful week or weekend. Okay, what do you need? Ooh, there's 2 that fell out. I'm not going to pull them upside down. Let's see, clarifying the crane for calmness. It says, in calmness lies power. That's synchronistic because you have the Queen of Fire. Queen of Wands, brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself and never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. So I'm going to say the need here would sounds like balance. And that goes right along with the crane because the calmness, concentration, alertness, which you can get all of that from meditation. 10-10 on the timer for numerology friends. The second, you got two queens out here, Queen of Water. So the second thing that you need, this goes right under divine guidance. Loving, compassionate, psychic, and self-sacrificing. Deep psychic insights. Caring for others, but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition. A deep love of family and friends. Follow your heart. So I'm going to say what you need is, again, having to do with balance. And it's seeming like, to get a new perspective, you could pour into your divine feminine. Do you live by the water? Maybe you could take a trip to the lake or the beach or the creek. If not, get yourself in a spiritual bath. I don't always have time for that with a 2-year-old, so I take spiritual showers, usually have a candle and turn the lights off, and we have like some like small lighting in our bathroom, and it just helps to keep, you know, the atmosphere calm. So I'm going to say that what you need is to pour into your divine feminine. There's so many ways you can do this. You can do this through your hobbies, things you love, through journaling, again, meditation, pranayama, breath work, yoga asanas. You can check out, I have one, I believe, yoga video you can check on my channel. And if you're newer to yoga, it's, you know, I'm a newer teacher, so we can kind of learn together. I will be getting more 12-12 on the timer, more of those yoga videos, but maybe that's something that you're interested in attempting and you want to do from the privacy of your own home, so it's perfect. But really focus on pouring love into yourself, because pouring love into yourself, quieting your mind through meditation, breath work, and then this is what helps you take this new perspective that you need. So the last thing that you need, protect what you've created, be prepared, never give up, and ask your guide angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. 9 of fire, which is 9 of wands. So you got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius twice out here. So you need to be prepared. Protect everything. You need to be prepared. Take responsibility for yourself. Own up your choices. Own to your choices. You need and able to move forward. I feel like you need to go within, calm your mind to get clarity, to get your new perspective, nurture your divine feminine. And I want to get a clarification for this 9 of fire, because nothing is specifically screaming out to me. So let's see. Here we go. I want to pull these two. Be prepared. So release, endings that lead to new beginnings. So the need to release situations or people that hold you back. You're in a time of spiritual transformation. Love this flower field. The white, it reminds me of the divine white light. For some reason, I'm thinking of Archangel Michael here, helping you transmute. Got a unicorn. Unicorn here. Ask your angels for help. That's what you need. Ask your angels for help in releasing what you need to release. What is it today, this week, this rest of this month? What do you need to release to keep moving forward and evolving? It's going to be different for everybody. And finally, what does the tribe need? 6 of water, revisiting old dreams, embrace your inner child, romanticizing how things used to be, return. People might show up in your life from the past. But I'm going to say what you need is some inner child work. So prioritize some hobbies. Prioritize whatever hobbies that is to you. For me, that's painting, that's writing. For me, I love running. I love doing tarot. I love creating oracle decks. I love playing with my kids. What does inner child play look like for you? I choose my inner child today. I ask my angels for help to release what no longer serves me. 16:16 on the timer. Okay, so there are some general things for you. Things that you need. Maybe you're not, maybe this is just all confirmation and you knew specifically, or maybe your intuition and signs and synchronicities have been trying to tell you some of these things, and this is just your sign that these are some things that you really need to focus on. Next, we're actually going to answer what should they focus on. So what should you focus on? What should my flutter of fairies focus on right now? Right now can mean whatever it means to you. What should you focus on? I'm wanting to say, since your overall energy is this Muses, remember creativity, being in the flow, that this whole reading is to help keep you in the flow, or to get you there if you're not quite feeling like you're there. So, what should they focus on? Oh my gosh, flow of prosperity. There you go. There's a focus for you. That's funny. I'll look at the book in just a second. Flow of prosperity. Let it go with Kuan Yin. And take charge of this situation. Let's see. Flow of prosperity. So what should you focus on? Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess of prosperity who helps us overcome financial fears and tap into the river of abundance that's available to everyone. It's helpful to put up a statue or a painting of Lakshmi in the financial corner. According to Feng Shui principles, this is the left rear corner of your home or office as you stand looking inward from the front door. Call upon Lakshmi to help transmute money worries into financial flow. So, your prayers about finances have been heard and answered. Focus on abundance instead of worrying about money. You have nothing to fear. A new flow of prosperity is supporting you and your loved ones. Worries only attract money problems. So stop worrying about money. Everything's going to be okay, especially with respect to finances. Visualize and affirm prosperity. Prosperity flows to me through unexpected and expected channels. I am prosperity. Money flows to me every day in every way. I am prosperous. There's some affirmations for you. So the focus should be on your abundance, on your prosperity, on your goals, on the fact that you have everything that you need within you. and to release the money worries. Let it go. Kuan Yin, let the money worries go. What else do you need to let go? It's time to stop struggling, pushing, or forcing things to happen. Such actions push against the universal flow and lead to frustrations and blocks. When you let the situation go to spirit, you automatically open supportive doors that will bring solutions and an outcome exceeding your expectations. Let go of struggle, anger, unforgiveness, or anything else undesirable, and trust that the universe is on your side. So you may need to let go of arguments, of judgments, or a long-term hurt. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. And also, we can extend that to forgiving others for our misperceived wrongdoings to ourselves or to other people. I would say you should focus on living in a state of forgiveness and surrender. So these are things that 2121 on the timer that I do. I forgive myself, I forgive my family, I forgive the world. And then I'm constantly surrendering to spirit, because I know that my will is God's will. They are one and the same. And I mean my inner being or my highest self, same thing, different visualization there. That part of me that the ego veils, that, you know, is hidden from the ego, that part of me that wills the same will as God wills for my life and for your life. So really forgiving and being in a state of surrender. I would just want to say, for, you know, those are two great things you can focus on, and that helps take your mind off your money worries, so you can jump into that flow of prosperity that much easier. Let's see. And Kuan Yin is a Buddhist goddess, in case you don't know about her. She's a goddess of compassion, whose name means she who hears all prayers. You can call upon Kuan Yin to help with forgiveness and compassion, and to have your needs met in gentle and loving ways. And last, what should they focus on is Moses. Take charge of this situation. You have the power to heal and alter the course of this situation. It's time for you to take charge and assume a leadership position. First, decide what you want. Be clear about the conditions that are acceptable or unacceptable to you. The universe responds when you're clear about your aims and intentions. The ascended masters will support your leadership role. Some things you can do for your focus is talk openly and honestly about your feelings. Maybe you don't have anybody that you want to talk exactly about your feelings, or maybe you're not sure what those feelings are. I would suggest journaling. I would suggest making it a daily habit to journal for either 5 minutes a day, or 10 minutes a day, or when you first get up, you just jot a few things down, or right before you go to bed. It depends on the focus of your journaling and what goals you're trying to achieve. But if it's just about feelings, then just getting pen to paper. Make a decision instead of passively waiting for things to happen, because through your action, the universe responds. Give yourself permission to do what you feel is right. Take action now. So the prophet Moses displayed courage and leadership throughout his lifetime. His clear decrees about his intentions led to miracles, such as the parting of the Red Sea, bringing forth water from a boulder, and manifesting manna from heaven. Moses is a powerful, beloved, and inspiring leader who can lend you courage in this situation and in your life's purpose. So your focus, I want to say, goes all the way back to the beginning, the first cards. The crane, and calmness. And how do you get to calmness? Through meditation, through yoga, through breath work, through being in nature, through doing things that bring you peace. And then that helps you to hear your inner voice. That helps you to believe in yourself, to see from a higher perspective, that leads to you taking responsibility and realizing that you are where you are because of your choices. But understanding that along with that means that you can choose different if you don't like where you are. And then you want to focus on letting things go, releasing. You got 2 of those cards. Things that no longer serve you, to help you be in the flow of prosperity. Because you are a leader. I'm feeling like you know this. I'm feeling like you already are leading in areas of your life. But maybe this is your sign that you're ready to take it to the next level in some area of your life. I'm not sure what that is for you, but I'd love to hear if you want to share. Okay, next we are going to ask, what are the tribe's strengths? So let's go ahead and we're going to work with the archetype cards. I just found this deck at a local bookstore. I'm located in San Diego. If you've ever heard of Verbatim Books, it's in North Park. If you're familiar with San Diego, then you may have been there. If not, I highly recommend it if you're into books, especially anything doing with spirituality. I just went there on a date with my fiance a couple weeks ago, and I got like 4 new spiritual books that I'm working on one of them now. And then I got these cards. Okay, so what are the tribe's strengths? So we got Avenger, Engineer, and give me one more. What are my Flutter of Fairies strengths? One more. What are your strengths? What is helping you achieve your goals? What are your strengths? Ooh, that one popped right over. Ooh. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Student, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning is the light attributes. Shadow is arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge and an unwillingness to translate knowledge into actions. We're going to clearly take the light attributes here. Being open to lifelong learning is a strength that will help you continually evolve and grow personally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Which is super important as a leader. You're a leader, but you're also a student. You're the student and the teacher. And having a balance between these 2 roles is super important to success, to your success and your student's success. So other strengths, the Avenger, light attributes, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So the shadow attribute of an Avenger can be resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So being able to hold the balance here, right, between your light and your shadow attributes. Make sure you're not harming anyone or yourself. So justice, the scales of justice. So basically I'm feeling healer here, you know, leadership role in some type of healing path. That's really, you know, what it's all about, isn't it? We're here to do the work of spirit, and that ultimately is to heal and be an inspiration for others to heal as well. Engineer, the light attributes. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. So do you have an answer to some questions that people have? Do you need to make a workshop? Start your own YouTube channel? Have a blog? Write a book? Write articles? Inspire people through your words, through your music, maybe through acting, through, you know, the list is unending here. And I just want to say the Muses is our main, like, overall energy. And then the shadow here, I just want to say reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So being aware of what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you're getting, you know, answers to problems. Making sure you're working with the highest light. Creativity. So your creativity is a strength. Your desire to balance, to heal, to help yourself and others is one of your biggest strengths. The Fool, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So on the opposite side of the coin is using humor to wound rather than liberate, or denial of your emotional truth. So what side of the Fool are you living in? But this is your strength. Be able to start anew, journey down a new path, take action, help you laugh at, you know, ridiculous things going on. Laughter can really help heal. Maybe you're a comedian. And let's do a couple. I want to grab these again for some reason. What are those tribe strengths? Oh, and then I know. So the Ascended Masters Oracle. Did I show you this already by Doreen Virtue? I love this deck too. Let's see. Tribe strengths. Go ahead and clarify the first poll. Oh, you know what? This I just found under, so I'm going to take it that this is for you. Agate. Soothes inner anger, enhances perception. Grounding, helps heal the heart. Stability, improves concentration. So we're going to take that as your strengths. You're protected. You're healing your heart. You're stable. You're building from a firm foundation because you've already done a lot of work to get to this point. If you're in the flow of prosperity and you're getting signs and synchronicities through this reading on how to continue that and continue evolving, means you have been on this journey, I want to say, for a little while. So balance home and balance career and home life. Isis, this is a strength. This is something that you have down, that you're pretty good at. You can always use a reminder to continue to do it. But being in the flow of life, also knowing that sometimes you do need to focus on one more than the other, depending on what's needed and what you're working on and what your, family is going through. Oh yeah, I do want to show this card. Your Queen of Fire also says the need for balance, and then it's coming out with Isis as a strength. Isis is the Egyptian mother god, nurturing, fertility. So you could be a mother, could be a father, could have that type of role, a teacher, I did say student teacher also, so, but you could literally be like a school teacher or a yoga teacher. So just being able to balance those so that way you can pour from a full cup. And I want to say, I did another reading. I had that. I'm seeing that that angel card, like sort of like the Temperance card, I want to say. Okay, so your other strengths is to stay focused. Cthulhu. I'm gonna read this one to you. You drew this card as a reminder to stay focused upon your intentions, desires, and priorities. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by short-term situations, dramas, or other people's demands. Keep a positive outlook about your dreams and imagine that they've already manifested into reality. Devote regular amounts of time toward your projects and priorities. Say no to distractions and you will see results. Be assertive with demands upon your time. Keep promises to yourself and commit to your priorities. Spend time each day devoted to projects that are dear to your heart. And detoxify your diet to help your mind to be clear and focused. So Kutumi was a Sikh spiritual leader named Sardar Thakar Singh Sadanwali, who lived in India during the 1800s. Madame Blavatsky, a founder of Theosophy, met Kutumi during his lifetime and later channeled his messages after his death. Some New Age teachers believe that Kutumi was Saint Francis and Pythagoras in previous lifetimes. Call upon Kutumi for motivation and focus upon your priorities and divine life purpose. And this is on page 77 for an angel number for you. So that is a strength. You know how to balance your career and home life and to stay focused and stay committed to achieving your goals because nobody else is going to achieve them for you. Okay, one more for my Flutter of Fairies strengths. See the other person's point of view. Oh, I've never pulled this card, so let's... Okay, I don't know how to... Okay, the pronunciation. Let's do this together. Avalokiteshvara. 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 You have, let's see. Avalokiteshvara is an Eastern deity who watches over the world and hears all prayers. He's considered to be, the male energy form of Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Avalokiteshvara has elected to postpone his own ascension into Buddhahood until all of humanity is free. Avalokiteshvara. Until then, he's readily available to anyone who calls upon him for help with spiritual growth concerns. You have strong emotions about this situation, and you may feel upset, misunderstood, or used. This card comes to you as a pathway of peace by asking you to consider others' points of view. You don't need to agree with these other individuals. You're simply asked to understand their motivations and have compassion for their feelings. This process can positively shift the energy of power struggles, much like letting go of a rope during a tug of war. As you see the other person's point of view, you open the door for creative solutions to enter. So forgive past hurts and start anew. Look past the surface personality and see the divine within others. So this has to do with what I was saying earlier. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Because I want to go out on a limb and say some type of spiritual teacher, spiritual leader, it's important that you can see beyond the veil of the ego. And to do this, it's all about forgiveness, because you can't be judging others and be in a place where you're healing and where you're healing and hearing your inner voice if you have resentments and if you have judgments inside of you. So really, really focusing on that is important. But where we drew this card is important for me to know that this is one of your strengths. You're able to put yourself in others' shoes. You're able to imagine walking a mile in that person's shoes. And this comes with a lot of practice, a lot of humility, a lot of compassion and love. So these are all things you've mastered. Awesome. Great job. I'm so proud of you. 4142 on the timer for my numerology lovers. And lastly, let's look at what challenges you have to overcome or to achieve your goals. So challenges to overcome to achieve your goals. I'm going to bring out the Woodland Wardens. Got this last summer when we went to Texas to see my oldest stepdaughter and her boyfriend on a road trip. So that is the deck. So we're going to see what challenges you need to overcome. I got a bird. Let's see. Okay, challenges to overcome. What does my tribe need? There's 2. Oh, there's 3. 2, 3. Challenges, the turtle and coriander. And I'd just like to point out that my right ear is ringing. So to me, that's divine masculine, taking action. So maybe that's a sign for somebody. Let's see. So we got 31, the turtle and coriander. 30. So you need to overcome. So the turtle and coriander calls us to be satisfied with what we have been given or what we have achieved. It invites a moment of rest and reflection. Perhaps due to Aesop's fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, turtles are symbols of patience and good health. The slow but determined tortoise wins its race against the speedy but distracted rabbit. Slow and steady wins the race. Similarly, in the Victorian language of flowers, coriander indicates concealed worth, reminding us that things may not always be as they appear. A dedicated tortoise who puts in the work can achieve just as much as, if not more than, the swiftest rabbit. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Avoid rushing toward your goals for the sake of winning. Arrive in your own time. So some questions you can ask yourself is, what in my life brings me satisfaction? Have I taken time to express gratitude for what I have? And am I rushing things, or am I honoring my own pace? So we have a neighborhood turtle, and Grayson says the word turtle. He doesn't say that many words, which concerns me, but I know he's doing just great and dandy. But the turtle is very prevalent in my life, and so it doesn't surprise me that it's coming up for my Flutter of Fairies lives either. And I actually have this cute little guy. He's a little turtle. But this is just a reminder. Take things slow. Take things slower than what you think you need to, is what I want to say. So that's a challenge, and it is a challenge. 4554, there's a mirror number for you to look up. Taking things, you know, like the turtle, taking your life like the turtle, it is a challenge. I mean, I get it. I understand, but it does help you to slow down, to be grateful, really to be in a straight of gratitude. In a place of gratitude can help you slow down too, because if you're being grateful and feeling gratefulness for everything that you have around you, then it's easier to slow life down a little bit. Okay, your second challenge to overcome is the wolf and rose hip guardianship. So we got number 25. Let's see. So challenges. The wolf signifies loyalty and commitment. They do travel in packs, protecting its family and community. The rose hip is a source of food, but also a symbol of love, as it is the berry produced by the rose plant. Its combined associations with nourishment and affection make it an emblem of familial love and care. You are called to be a mentor. Who among your pack might need your counsel? Taking a leadership role in community activism is another way to lead like the wolf. So ask yourself, whom can I mentor? How can I be a leader in my community? And whom do I turn to for help? So, a challenge to overcome is taking a leadership role, which I feel like, yes, we got the student, we got Moses, take charge. Student, here we go. All these cards that have to do with that. So maybe you're really feeling hesitant. Maybe you're not feeling like you're ready. Maybe you're questioning yourself. You're letting your anxiety get the best of you. And so my biggest piece of advice is to embody the crane. You can do this through meditation. Find stillness. So that is the way to overcome that. Find stillness so you can hear the voice within you. So you can take responsibility, take action, because that's how the universe responds back. And then step up into your leadership role, or, you know, expand that leadership role if, like we said, you're already there. And lastly, what do you need, or what challenges to overcome to achieve your goals? Another card of loyalty, the hound and the pear. The hound is the ultimate symbol of loyalty and friendship. Stories abound in folklore and throughout history of dogs protecting their companions, saving children and alerting their masters to danger. The legend of Saint Guinefort is one such story. This 13th century French greyhound saved his owner's infant son from an attack by a viper. When the owner came upon the scene, he found Guinefort with bloody jaws sitting beside the empty cradle. Believing the hound to be the murderer, the owner killed Guinefort. Only later, when he heard his son's cries and discovered him beneath the cradle next to the dead snake, did he realize his tragic mistake. Like the faithful hound, the pear is a symbol of care and affection. Often given as a gift, it is sweet but easily bruised, requiring tenderness from its handler. A friendship is flourishing. Your kindness and loyalty have been noted, and your friend appreciates you. Your questions are, am I loyal to my friends? And how can I improve my friendship so that my companions feel loved and appreciated? And from this, the question we're answering is challenges to overcome to achieve your goals. And I'm really getting like judgment from that story. And so you want to overcome your judgments. And how do you do that? Remember, through forgiveness and surrender. And you need to be doing this if you're not already 51:15 on the timer. If you're not already doing this daily, I would suggest making forgiveness and surrender a part of your daily rituals. Perfect. Okay, so I want to pull out one more crystal oracle deck. I created this, and you can find my all my services and my products like this deck and my numerology deck in my YouTube description box. Hopefully I've got it under this video, but you can find it on my regular main description box if for some reason I haven't added it by the time you watch this. So we've got this one. I just want to pull a couple more crystals that you can work with. Okay, maybe one more. For my Flutter of Fairy, that's too many. Oh, I will take that top one though, because that is our crystal for the day. Tiger's Eye. Let's see if I can read it backwards. Nah. Here's your Tiger's Eye crystal. Protection, good fortune, personal power, determination, psychic abilities, clarity, peace of mind, and being analytical. So if you don't have a Tiger's Eye, I recommend going and getting one. It's a great one to throw in your pocket, help you work with your psychic abilities, which if you're a spiritual teacher or mentor, that is important. Azurite deepens insight, increases intellect. Compassion, we keep seeing that word today. And 52:22 on the timer. Increase healing abilities, because you are an esoteric healer. Helps purify and helps you be in a state of well-being. Azurite. And finally, green adventuring. Strength, self-confidence, optimism, new opportunities, calms emotions, inner peace. So this could, and healing. So green adventuring could really help you with what we've been talking about, reach stillness, a state of peace. Seeing, so some chakras for you who work with chakras, or if you are new to it and want to, I would definitely say heart chakra. I'm seeing some green, some pinks. The blues, I'm seeing throat chakra. I'm also seeing a lot of dark blue, so third eye can be relevant here. Seeing a lot of brown, so I'm thinking about earth and the root chakra, reds. and a little bit of solar plexus. Okay. I speak with calm, clarity, and confidence through my voice. I am at peace and I am well. With calm and clarity, I have peace of mind and make clear decisions for my well-being. I am prosperous. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it. I sincerely hope you got some wonderful guidance from your highest self today. I look forward to joining in next time, and hopefully I'll do a live one of these days, but for now I'm just getting into the swing of all these different things that I have going on for the Chakra Fairie. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and let it out. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me sees and humbly bows to the light within you. Namaste. Love you so much. Have a fabulous rest of your day. See you soon. Bye-bye.